Today, we are diving into one of the juiciest manifestation questions I get all the time. Can you actually manifest $1 million? Last night, I was doing a TikTok live. Come and join me if you haven't yet. In these lives, I'm sharing insights into the energetics of manifestation, and I'm also doing mini intuitive readings. I don't like to do the future type readings. There are plenty of amazing people out there who do that. My preference is to look at your energy where you are at right now and help you identify what needs to be cleared, what needs to be expanded, and what next steps you need to take in order for you to step into the life that you want to create, which is ultimately what you're asking about when you're having a future type telling reading anyway. My intention with these reading slash coaching sessions is to help you take your power back within each situation. And that is really exciting to be starting to do on TikTok Live, and obviously to be doing that one-on-one with you guys in private sessions as well. Some of the questions that people have been asking me on these lives have been really thoughtful and super interesting. So I love the engagement there. One question was, can we truly manifest whatever we want? What a doozy, right? And this is how we came to today's podcast episode, because I was a little surprised with the answer from Spirit. And so I've taken the time to pull a little more information from them on this topic. Let's start where it all began. Can anyone manifest anything? The answer to that from Spirit was a clear no. The answer that came through was that people who do not have the concept of certain things within their sphere of reality won't be able to manifest everything. And when Spirit refers to your sphere of reality, they are referring to the things you can actually conceive, desire, or hold as possible for yourself. Basically, if you don't think about it or desire it, then it isn't available for you in this lifetime. This can go down a rabbit hole of lots of karmic laws and reincarnation lessons, and we'll save all of that for a deep dive into another time. And for today, let's accept, whether you choose to believe it or not, that not everyone can manifest everything. If it is within your sphere of reality in this lifetime, then yes, you can manifest everything and anything you choose to. And so from that, it became a question of, can I therefore choose to manifest anything I want that is within my sphere of reality, like winning $1 million? Love it. Who doesn't want to manifest a massive life-changing lump sum of money, right? And Spirit's response was, why? Why do you want to manifest $1 million? Is it because you are desperate for money, because you don't have enough and you feel like this amount will change everything or something for you? Because you feel stuck in the life situation you are in and you need something, anything to help move you out of it? Or is it because you just want to playfully take on the challenge to simply see if you can? And if that's the case, then why limit yourself to just the money coming through the portal of a lottery win? Cheeky buggers, hey? So let's break this down. If you want to manifest $1 million because you are desperate, because there is lack in your life, because things are challenging for you and you need some help, I hear you. And believe me, I get it. I've been through some pretty sticky times myself, and a lotto win would have been welcome relief during those times. But what is the energy frequency of those feelings of lack, desperation, worry, insecurity? If those are your dominant states of being, are you an energetic match for creating a lotto win in your experience? Nah, not really. The first step here is to take stock of your emotional state and bring that back to a balanced, neutral, abundant state. That may not happen overnight. The second step is taking personal responsibility for where you are and what led you to this situation. Are you unhappy with your work? Are you unhappy with your financial situation, your relationship, or your living situation? Taking stock of all of these aspects of your life that are creating these feelings of lack and desperation and worry, and find ways to start improving that situation for yourself. I can't reiterate enough that we are having a human experience. This means human rules apply. Does magic happen? 100%. Yep, every day. Will you lose weight sitting on the couch munching on chips and lollies whilst you're willing your body to shed the pounds? No. You need to get up and move. The same goes for every aspect of our life. Human rules apply. You are on earth having a human experience. So if you want to manifest 1 million in your life or whatever other large sum of money, you need to start becoming an energetic match for it and creating a pathway for which it can come through to you. Start changing your emotional state. What can you be grateful for that is currently present in your life? What can you be grateful for about yourself, about your own value and worthiness for your experience within the challenging situation that you are in? Can you give yourself grace and compassion for the tough stuff? You have to want to make the change. When you start daily, I might add, shifting your emotions from lack to gratitude to worth and to compassion, your energy is going to start changing. But just like the process of losing weight, you can't go to the gym once and expect to look like a bodybuilder. It's got to be a daily habit. That is the human experience. Then add in the necessary action steps to start changing your personal situation and circumstances. Can you ask for a raise at work? If you are self-employed, can you raise your prices? Do you need to do some further education so that you can expand your skills and your work opportunities? Can you take on a side hustle? What expenses can you cut? Where can you save so that you can get ahead? This is you taking aligned action with smart financial decisions that not only value your worth, thus increasing your vibrational match to this large lump sum coming in, but also for your ability to hold on to and value that sum coming through to you and being in your sphere of reality. You need to have the habits in place that support the funds being available for you. Now, we have discussed a shift in your emotional state and then a shift in your actions. Energetically, the ball starts rolling, even if it's slowly at first, but the energetics, they're shifting for you. This is an important time to reinforce that the universe is always working for you and it's always conspiring in your favor, even if you can't see it. Now, once you start making these small daily shifts, you can expect that the universe is going to start testing you. An unexpected bill is going to come in, your car's going to break down, you may be passed in on an opportunity to be promoted, whatever it may be. These tests or opportunities, they're not here to break us. They are here as part of your old life that is falling away. They are whispers from the universe asking you to reinforce your intention to keep moving towards where you are going. Will you keep going growing, expanding, or do you need more time to calibrate where you're at before leveling up again? Remember, you can't fail, but be prepared for some experiences to come up for you as opportunities to further your growth. Now, whatever you choose to do in this moment with these universal tests is fine. As I said, you can't fail. It's all part of your growth journey. The next step is going to be looking deep within yourself for any subconscious stories and patterns that may be at play. There will be roots within you that are within all of us that may be playing out and forming the basis of some of these universal tests presenting to you. Otherwise, you can consider your subconscious stories as little magnets within you and your energy field that orient your experiences to you. I have a whole other episode on that. I'm going to do plenty more in the future. But for the moment, know that when you change your stories, you will change your experiences. You have no choice in that outcome. Your stories are the magnets. And when you change your story, you will magnetize different things to you. That is your experiences. The reason this isn't the first step is because the volume of change and strength required to do this may be too much if you're in a difficult situation. And remember that the desire to improve your life won't be hindered with the decision to change. There may, however, be limitations as you start expanding and stretching yourself, and then you may start hitting glass ceilings. This will become more obvious once you are in a better emotional state where you can manage this step. Alternatively, you'll see threads of the stories at play show up in different ways. For example, if you believe that you have to work hard for money, this is a story that a lot of people have. It's really ingrained very deeply in a large aspect of society. And you may very well have that story show up in your inability to find a new home, a new place to live. What will happen is that it will seem to be really hard for you to secure a new place when you have friends who are moving and they happen to find the perfect place for them on their first weekend, like probably the first property they went to look at. This thread of working hard for money isn't immediately obvious in this example, but the underlying thread of working hard or things are always hard for me. Why is everything easier for everyone else? Why are things so hard for me? Those stories, they are all threads from the original subconscious root of working hard for your money. When you connect them in this little spider web like this, and in this example, you will see that it makes sense. But as you're going through it, you won't necessarily connect that your inability to secure new premises, as an example of just the first thing I've pulled on my mind, is a manifestation, is a thread of a subconscious block of having to work hard for your money. Okay, it's not always going to be obvious at the time. So, as you are going about your day, about your various experiences in your life, so watch out for the various ways that patterns, which will often present themselves as challenges, show up in your life. And then go back to step one. Do you need to shift anything emotionally? Do you need to take any further action steps? Where can you take more responsibility for your internal state, for your emotional state, for your actions? And then proceed to doing your rewiring work on those subconscious beliefs that you've identified. The last step in the process of manifesting yourself your 1 million is going to be shifting your attachments. And in this case, it is the attachment of the million coming in via the lotto win. With this, we loop back to the beginning and to Spirit's message. Why limit yourself to the money coming through the portal of a lotto win? If you are attached to only that possibility existing for you, then you close yourself down and restrict yourself and the universe from organizing other opportunities, other pathways. It's important to remember that the critical key with becoming energetically aligned to what you want to manifest, in this case, a million, is that you take your attention off the outcome, so off that million, and you put your attention onto the energetic frequency that lies beneath that. How will having that million make you feel? What does it create and inspire in your life? Does that million make you feel secure, safe? Okay. How can you now take action steps towards creating those feelings of security in your life, of the emotions that you've generated in asking those questions? And where else can you find evidence of that already existing in your everyday life? And if it doesn't already exist in your everyday life, that is the process of you taking the action steps to implement that. And that is part of the process of reprogramming, that you start identifying where the abundance, the safety, the security already exists in your life. So, does having that money make you feel wealthy? Amazing. How can you find evidence or create the evidence of feeling wealthy in your life right now? Remember, you feel as if, you don't spend as if. I'm not saying go out and buy yourself a Merc or an Audi or whatever luxury vehicle you like or luxury item if you can't afford it. And if what it's going to do by having that luxury item that you can't afford is put you into an emotional state of stress due to the affordability, then that's not living as if. What is taking the steps of where you are right now and building them towards the big thing whilst you are experiencing the energetic frequency of feeling wealthy where you are right now. Okay. Can you express the feeling of wealth and abundance for your home, for the vehicle that you do have, for the beautiful clothes that you wear, for the air that you breathe? You start with the small stuff and you build it out. And over time, what will happen is that you are shifting yourself out of an experience and out of a situation that you weren't happy in, that wasn't aligned to the $1 million or whatever other figure, that didn't give you that sense of security, that sense of abundance, of wealth, of safety. And you're moving yourself towards an experience that you do have those things. And within that process, you started to condition and to train yourself towards the abundance mindset, towards feeling and experiencing gratitude for the things in your life, for valuing your value and expanding your own self-worth. You've taken the necessary aligned action steps that start moving you in the direction of bringing you closer to alignment with that million. By raising your vibration, by increasing your income potential, by increasing your own self-worth, those are all things that make you a vibrational match with what you're calling in. Additionally, you have also successfully navigated universal tests and you've confirmed to yourself and the universe that you are ready for more. So, this then speeds up that manifestation process for you even further. And additionally, you've identified some subconscious patterning that no longer serves you, that doesn't support the vibrational match that you need to be for that wealth to come in. You've shifted it, you've rewired it, and you've implemented new beliefs that serve you more. If we look at the subconscious story that we talked about before, about having to work really hard for your money, if that is deeply rooted within you, is that going to help you attract $1 million in your life? Or is that going to repel it? It's not a vibrational match. If you have a story and a belief that you have to work hard from your money for your money, is it in alignment that money can be gifted to you, that you can win it, that it can come easily to you? No, it's going to be that you're going to have to work hard. Can you create $1 million in your life with this story? Yes, you can. You're going to work bloody hard for it, but if that's your choice, you've got that right. It can take you your whole lifetime, but you can get there. Is that in alignment with what you want to bring in? Does that subconscious story serve you? Okay. Now, once you've identified that and cleared that, additionally, you've also let go of attachments and other preconceived notions of how the money needs to come through. Can it come through work? Yep. Can it come through as a raise? Can it come through as an inheritance? Can you simply earn it through your business or your side hustle, through investments that you make? Absolutely. All of those things serve. If you open yourself up to the possibility of it coming from anywhere, can it come through as a lotto win? Yeah, of course it can, but it can also come through other ways. This way you aren't limiting yourself. All right. Now, throughout all of this process, what I want to tell you is that this is the 4-step manifesting formula that I've created that is free for you to download. It will be linked in the show notes. I've got a whole manifestation trap mini series that is available for you on the podcast, which we dive deep into each one of those segments. And what was really interesting was that a question born from a TikTok live and answered by spirit, as I was putting this podcast together, I was like, guys, this is my 4-step manifesting formula. We already have the tools and the skills for this. Isn't that great? And if you need more than that, if you want a vision board, great. That's optional. If you like to have the visual representation of it, go for it. Is it necessary? No. But if you like it and it supports your manifesting style, awesome. What about affirmations? Do you need those? Not really. If you want to, is it going to hurt you? No. If you like the process of that for your manifestation style, go for it. But just remember that unless you are making changes to the critical foundations, your value, your worth, your safety, your security, then all it is just glittery, shiny wrapper changes with nothing substantial on the inside that can't hold the vibrational match of the million coming in. And the inside is where the value is, where the millions lie. And these changes, they might take a few months for you. They could take a couple of weeks. They might take you a few years. Are you committed to the life that you desire? Are you prepared to do whatever it takes to make this happen for you? And my final question for today is, are you ready to commit to becoming the version of yourself who holds the frequency of $1 million? And if you are, what's the very first shift you're going to make for yourself today?